Hello everybody, it's Gannon. Today we are going to be doing a transmission fluid, camera's a little dirty. Transmission fluid and a oil change service on this 2014 Volkswagen Jetta. It has the DSG transmission, so it needs, you can get a full service kit from ECS Tuning for like 200 bucks. Comes with the filter and all the fluid. And you will need, in this one, we're going to be filling it through the oil filter housing, so you don't have to you don't have to have the special tool to fill the DSG and go through all that. But if you did want to, it's this tool here, which I can show you the part number and brand. It's a 7416 CTA. That'll work for most DQ250s, or all DQ250s. So first up, we're going to jack up the car, get under it, and take the belly pan off with, I think, just T25s. So I'm gonna go through all the tools you're gonna need. So first up, 13, this is for the battery secure. Next up, 10 mil, this is for the battery tray that you need to take out. This is I think it's a 8 millimeter hex for your level thing right here. Then we have T25 or T45s, 3 of them for the under tray, and then a bunch of T25s for the under tray as well. 24 millimeter for the oil filter. Oil filter for the transmission oil filter, and then also, all right, I found it. It was a 14 millimeter Allen key for the drain plug. Oh. So we're going to be doing the transmission service first. So we need to get to the oil filter, which is right about here. So we're going to take out the battery with 2 8 millimeters and then pop it out, and then we're gonna have to take out the bracket for it too, which I'll do right after. All right, next up, there is a 13 or 14 mil right there that's holding the battery in. So now, once that's loosened up, you can just yank it out. Throw it over here, and next up, we're gonna have to remove this bolt here and then that one right there, which appear to be 10 mils. Not positive, but we'll check now. So it turns out you actually have to take out your air box too, because there's a bolt hiding right there, and it is a 10 mil, and then you will be home free. Now that your tray is out, you can access your transmission filter right here, and this is going to be, I believe, it is a 24 mil. So I'm just going to loosen this up first and get the filter out, and then go down and take out the drain plug. For the transmission, which we'll use a 14 mil Allen key. So make sure you got that. Now we have this loose. Just going to go ahead and go drain the fluid out from under. And you need, if you're doing it the same way as me by filling in the filter, you need to make sure that you measure how much comes out. So I'm going to be using my regular oil thing, and then I'm going to pour it out and precisely measure it so we know exactly how much to put back in. That's only really if you're doing this method instead of filling it properly up to the fill level. So we just broke our drain plug loose, which, like I said, it was the size it was. So now just going to go ahead and get all of our fluid out. So we're going to let this drain. Like I said, you need to make sure to be able to put it into something where you will be able to measure how much you have. All right, so next up, what you're gonna do is you're gonna reach your hand in there. I didn't even need a socket. but it is I didn't need a wrench, but it's a 8mm Allen, and then you're going to shove it up in the same hole the fill plug was in, or the drain plug, and then unscrew this super loose, and then that'll let the rest of the fluid all out. I mean, it has a lot of fluid, like that's probably six quarts, I'd say, maybe 5. So yeah, I guess we're gonna, once it's fully stopped, we're gonna go ahead and measure that and then get an exact reading and then put that much right back into the filter housing. So next, while we're waiting, what we're gonna do is go ahead and change our crush washer to the new one. And as you can see, there's a little bit dirt and stuff, so just gonna go ahead and wipe it down, make sure there's nothing that's gonna mess with it, and then throw our new crush washer on. And then you can probably, once it's really slow like this and starts dripping like that, you can just go ahead and throw it in and torque it down. So I'm gonna do that now. I'll let you guys know the torque's back. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is just go ahead, wipe the area down where we're going to be putting it, and then we're going to go ahead and torque it down to 45 Newton meters. Here's 45. Oh, you gotta be shitting me. Well, that sucks, but now there's 45. How I'm going about this is pretty simple. I have an empty oil can here, and then I'm going ahead and scooping oil out and just putting it right into here, making sure I don't really spill any at all. So I'm gonna do this until all of this ends up in here, and then we're gonna mark the line that's at on this, and go ahead and then fill it up with the new stuff and put it back into the car. Now that we have all of our fluid that was originally in the transmission into here, we're going to mark, I spilled a little bit, so I'm gonna mark it a little tiny bit higher than it is, like that much. And then we're going to empty this completely out, fill it up with our new stuff up to the same level. So now we took our new fluid, we put it in here up right to our level, as you can see here, that we drew. So the exact same amount of fluid that came out of the transmission is in here. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna fill this hole right here. It might take a while, but we're gonna fill it with this fluid here. Now, we're slowly but surely pouring into this. As you can see, it goes down so slow. But while we're waiting, what we can do is go ahead and replace the O-ring on this oil filter right here. And the ECS kit one was supplied, so go ahead and use a pick to get this off. So we have all of our fluid in there. We compensated for our lost fluid, which ended up all over. We are going to put this filter in now. So it goes, this part, the top goes, and it clicks onto here. Let's see if I can show you. So it just goes ahead, right like, oh, I guess it doesn't click on, it just sits in there. But then you go ahead and throw this on with your new O-ring, like so. Thread that on, and I'll look up the torque spec right now. So the filter torque spec is 24 Newton meters, so I can't really do it right now, but also make sure you compensate for the extension you're gonna have to use. Add a few Newton meters. And see if we can get the click. Little baby click, but yep, she's torqued. Now you're just gonna reinstall the tray and the battery and everything, and you're done with your DSG fluid change the easy way. Now we're going to go ahead and do the oil change. So first thing I always do is take the fill cap off, because this will help your oil drain a lot faster. Next up, I'm not sure if this is the right size because there's a little wiggle room, but 32mm fits this oil filter. So we are going to take that off, get the oil filter out, and change it out with the new one along with the O-rings. While we wait, we go ahead and get our Wix filter on. This is a 57083. And then our filter's right there, which we already broke loose. Now we're just going to replace it with this one. And now that our old oil filter is out, we're going to throw in our brand new one with a new O-ring. If we can't get it through here. There we go, and I will get the torque spec for this right now. So the torque spec for the oil filter is 25 Newton meters or 18 foot-pounds. Not bad, so that's all we need. We just went ahead and broke this our oil drain plug, which is right here. It was a 19 millimeter. Now we're letting that oil all drain out. So once that's done, we're gonna go throw a new crush washer on it and then get it torqued down, which I'll let you know the spec for. So first of all, we're actually going to go ahead and torque down our oil drain plug to 30 Newton meters. This one has a crush washer that doesn't come off. I think it's supposed to be a one-time use drain plug, but it's getting reused. So we're gonna go ahead and torque that down right now. So going to 30 Newton meters and just, okay. We just went in with 4.5 quarts of oil, so we are good to go with that. Now I can just throw in our oil cap, however it goes, like this, and torque that down, torque the under tray down. Now we are going to put the under tray back on, and then put the car down, run it, and then see the oil level. Just got in and started her up. Gonna check the dipstick now and wipe it off. Boom. Looks like we are right in the middle. Perfect. Now we are going to take a drive and see how the transmission feels. So let's check in right now.